Hello everybody and welcome back to another video with your old man Mark Bryce. I'm here at Bethlehem. Goodwill right behind me. I'm gonna go inside and see what I can find. Again, I'm going for sneakers. I'm going for rare items, as in toys, vintage stuff, clothing. First things first, let's go ahead and check out the sneakers. All right, so there's a lot to cover here. This store right here, I always go to. For some reason, they changed the layout. Now, all the sneakers are on top shelf, as you see here. I'm looking through all the pairs of sneakers. I felt like I hit a gold mine because there are a lot of nice pairs for some reason for that particular day. The drawback is they were going for like $20, $25, $30 pair of sneakers. I didn't understand why. Now, that pair that you just saw me hold, the cream color, yellowish Nikes, they were $30. I was hesitant, but I still held them. I put them in my shopping cart just because, right there I put them to the side just because I wanted to look at the white and red ones, but I was still hesitant. The price for $30 for a pair of sneakers seemed crazy, but I still held on to them. And I just continued looking around to see what else I can find at a cheaper cost, because if you think about it, $30 for one item, if you're planning on having a budget, going to each store, and you have a budget of $40 to $50, $30 is already hitting your mark. Now, as you can see throughout all my videos, I try to hit as many Salvation Armies and Goodwills all in one day. So I have like a budget of $40 to $50 and see what I can do. So for this one particular day, so the yellowish ones, held on to them. This white one right here as well, the white and red one, they look good, but I just was not ready to pay $30 for those pairs. Moving on, I went to a different section of Goodwill, and I came across these little toy trinkets. They're like car modification car parts for your toy car. I couldn't understand what I was looking at first, but I did see Radio Shack at the back of one of them, and I said, oh, this must be vintage because Radio Shack no longer exists. So I started checking my phone to see what are the comps, what are people asking, what are they paying for. And I saw that one was going for like $80 or $50, but it was just one. But they go for more if you put them all in a group. At this part of the store, I remember looking at this huge piano, but it wasn't the huge piano that stood out. It was that red skateboard. I thought it was an antique. I thought it was a board from the 70s just because of those wheels. Back in the day, in the 70s, they used to use clay wheels. That's what I thought they were. They could have been Uthran wheels, which is what they use now. Did a quick research on the cryptonics, but not bad for $4 for that skateboard.
There's like a plethora of things they'll do back there.
All right, everyone, I just got back out of the Goodwill right here at Bethlehem. I ended up paying $4 for this. The whole amount was $46.91. I feel like it's a great price for what I saw here. This was $30. This was the most. I was gonna let them go, but the thing is that the comps are going for like $80. There was one selling for $169. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them for that price, but I'm gonna try to get it for like $100, $120. Those are some great sneakers. They're very clean. I got them for $30. Easy, I could flip them for $100. I'm gonna try to get it for like $120. Then I got that skateboard, Kryptonics. They're going for like $30, $35. I got it for $4, I believe. No problem there. Then I saw these small little items. They're like car parts for toys, car modifications. One was for $5, the other was for $4, and the other one was $3. The first batch that I saw, I said, let me look at them. I turned them around, and as you saw, they were from Radio Shack. As you know, Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore, and they were from like 2004, so I know those are vintage. I know they're going to sell, especially if I put them together, because it's all from the same company. So let's go ahead and keep on moving. All right, we're heading up to this Salvation Army store. Let's see what we can find. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your old man, Mark Bryce. I'm here at Hackettstown, New Jersey, right in front of Salvation Army store, as you can see. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some vintage clothing, sneakers, whatever we can flip. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this money. So I'm looking at all the sneakers on the top shelf, just like the Goodwill in Pennsylvania. It seems like they're all doing this layout now where the sneakers are on top of the clothing, just to save space, I'm assuming, or to make more space for other products. I'm looking around. Hopefully I'm able to find some vintage glassware because I have a client that's looking for a particular cup. If I can find a photo, I'll put the photo here, but it's very hard to find this particular cup. If you guys see it, please let me know. Either way, vintage, antique, electronics, seeing if I can find at least the iPod music players, because those go for money. Each time I find one, I buy it, keep it in my storage, and they sell within a month or two. So now I have no more. I ran out of all of them. I used to have like a good 5 or 6 iPod players. But either way, let's go ahead and see what we can find with these VHS. I thought I would hit some old school VH80s movies, but I couldn't come across any good titles. I don't even know why I was looking at these DVDs. There is no money in DVDs, at least that I know of, unless they're factory sealed. But nothing like that here. Maybe sometimes I look through them just to see if there's a video game there, because sometimes the workers, they forget that video games are not connected to DVDs. They take the video games and put them behind the counter, but sometimes they don't see it and they let them pass and they put them by the DVD section. So my last resort is I go through the girls' shoe section to see if I can find any good brand shoes, but it was very hard to see anything that was good or appealing or worth looking at. I remember being there no more than 10 minutes. I didn't even have to pull out my phone for anything. I was just browsing, quickly searching. There you go. That's where they keep the video game sections. But sometimes the workers, they think it's a DVD and they put them by the DVD section. Nothing. It was a dud. I couldn't find nothing profitable inside. I wasn't there more than 10 minutes. Not a good day here. So let's go ahead and hit up another one. Alright, boys and girls, we made it to Ledgewood, New Jersey. We're here at Goodwill. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. My apologies if the camera shakes too much. As you see, I move quickly. I quickly browse to see what can grab my attention. That's how I work. I look through shiny stuff, things that can catch my eye. At this area, I'm at the toy section, and I do come across these G.I. Joes. I caught my eye just because the symbol, G.I. Joe, I grew up with them, but it did say collector edition, so I took a couple of them and I put them in my car. At that moment, I didn't have a car, but once I started looking at all of those G.I. Joes, that's when I went ahead and grabbed the cart. Now I'm at the kids' shoe section, looking to see if I can find some awesome Nike. I did come across those Pumas. If those were Nike Air Max, I'd buy them. I think they were like $3 to $4, but I let them go. I didn't think Puma was worth anything, especially for kids of that size. So I'm still looking around. I come across the female section. I'm starting to look at their shoes and their sneakers. Couldn't find anything profitable either. Or maybe there were some valuable shoes, but I just don't know female shoe brands like that. Now we're getting into the best part of my trip that particular day. I was in that area by those shelves probably 5-10 minutes prior, and I did not see none of those G.I. Joe boxes. The worker, must have put them in the shelves a few seconds before I got there, because for me to miss that, it's unbelievable. Now, one is from 1975. The other one is 1993. I assumed the 1993 box was more of the modern age, but no, those are some vintage stuff right there. And they came in great condition. One had like the rope as a handle, and then the other one had like this, I don't think it was metal, I think it was plastic, but either way, I had some old school artwork there. So I knew right away I was going to pick those up. For that price, $4 each, you cannot go wrong. That material, how heavy, that old school from 1975, it felt old school. It felt like it was good and valuable with good quality. All right. I just got out of Goodwill here at Ledgewood. Was that not an awesome find? 2 G.I. Joe boxes for $3. One seems like it's more of the current year, but the older one is from like 1975. If you saw my clip, you can tell right there, it says 1975. Unbelievable. For $3, you can tell that's old and vintage. Now, to make it even better, I only spent $6 on those 2 items, but the guy at the counter hooked me up with these guys for free. So I got all 6 of them. It says here collect all 6 to collect. Well, I got all of them here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put those 2 boxes, or maybe I'll just put the current box with the collection of these 6 together as a bundle. But that vintage G.I. Joe, I'm going to carefully peel out the sticker that says $2.99 as on the Goodwill tag on the G.I. Joe sticker, because I don't want to ruin it. I'm sure it's gonna go out for a lot of money. There's G.I. Joe enthusiasts out there who are looking for stuff like that. So for $3, you can't go wrong. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next. Hey, what's happening, everybody? I know I should have been doing this, driving and holding my phone, but I am going to quickly go inside Salvation Army here in the state of Pennsylvania. Where am I? I am in East Stroudsburg, PA. I want to go in there quickly, look at some sneakers, see if there's any cool vintage stuff, sneakers and toys, and if not, head out, because I have to go to the FedEx and drop this bad boy. What is it? It's a, I know I forgot. I'll pop the photo right here of what it is. But either way, let's go to Goodwill. Oh man, coming inside the Salvation Army. This is the one that's local. It's by my house. I haven't been here in such a long time, just because I have a great connection and communication with one of the workers there. He tends to let me know when good stuff are around. He lets me know when I can meet up with him. He's my connect. Yeah, I get good stuff from him. Now, the reason why I was there is because I had to go to FedEx, which is close by, to drop off that package that a customer had purchased, so I had to go drop it off. So as I'm looking, as always, I'm always looking for shoes. Came across these red shoes that caught my eye, but they were not name brand. There was a person right next to me who was checking out shoes. Those orange sneakers, at first, they looked kind of funky. They looked like they caught my eye, but they weren't nothing spectacular or fancy. But they were these black and red shoes that I saw, and I thought they were Huaraches. They were not no Huaraches. I let them be. But luckily, I was a tall dude. I got to see these gray and white shoes that were on top, these Nikes. The man next to me did not see them. So I'm looking at those, and I quickly pull out my phone to see how much these shoes are worth. Came across that these shoes are in the hundreds, 140, depending if they have straps or not, depending on the condition. As you can see, these shoes do not have straps, but they're not bad either. I can easily flip these for like 100, 120. Thankfully, these shoes are going for $10. The price was $10, not like they were going for 30 as other stores. Thank you. You too. All right, so I just got out of Salvation Army, and I did buy those pairs for $10. These right here. If I can grab them out. $10, $9.99. Now, why did I get them? Because I checked the comps, and these with the strap, but these do not come with straps. But as you can see here, the straps goes right behind the heel here. Well, if these came with straps, I could have easily sold these for like $140. But because they do not have them, because I see the cops are going for like $160 plus shipping, $180 if anything. But because these don't have straps, I think I'm just gonna try to sell these for a little under $100. But for $10, you can't go wrong. Well, either way, let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, so we just arrived here at Goodwill at Mount Pocono. Let's go inside, see what we can find. Hopefully we can find some vintage stuff. Let's go inside and let's make this money. First things first, let's go check out these shoes right here. I came across some cool sneakers off the bat. I think these were the Nike Air Max or something like that. They were Nike, very colorful. I forgot how much they were. I think they were like $8 or so. I remember grabbing them. I'm not sure if I purchased them. To me, in my knowledge, I think I let them be just because the condition of them, or they weren't as valuable online. But I did see the red ones. I came across some other cool ones. There were some Vans skateboard shoes. They were brown or tan. Thought they were good. Those red Nikes. I came across so many Nikes today in this particular day, but none of them were as valuable as I thought they were going to be. That's why I grabbed that one, and when I had them in my cart, did the comps, meaning I checked my phone to see how much we're going for. They were worthless. So I kept moving around, kept looking at those Adidas. I believe I grabbed those Adidas, and I also put them in my shopping cart just because of the price and condition. but I did a quick research. They weren't as valuable, so I let them be. These are the Van shoes that I was talking about, that they were brown with red inside of them. Very cool. I thought they were cool. I thought they were going to be worth money, and they are, but the condition, not so well. So that's why I let them be. Another pair of sneakers, these Jordans right here. They were cool, they look good, but the condition were poor, and that is the reason why I let them be. If anything, they kind of felt like they were fake, but I didn't know. That's why I was rubbing on the tag, on the size tag, to confirm that they were legit or not. I didn't take my chances. I just let them be. Now I get to the electronics section. I'm always looking, well, not always, but I started to look for more of the iPod docks, just because I had a couple of them and they all sold. So now I'm always looking for the ones that were made in like in the 2008 to 2012 era. Those are the ones that I'm looking for. Yeah, I remember this part. This is where I found the Ninja Turtle VHS. Yeah, that was awesome find for 50 cents. And then I noticed there were some awesome 80s movie titles in there, like Predator, there was Rocky, Platoon, all these cool movies. And I said, you know what, for 50 cents, why not? Here, I'm just showing you what I purchased. I can't remember how much I paid in total, but I do recall looking at this tie. This is an old school New York Yankees Bronx Bomber tie. I said, I'm definitely going to get that. All right, everybody. So I'm out of the store. I'm here in the trunk of my car. I ended up paying $12.06 for all that you see here. This guy right here alone will go about 40 to 50 bucks. Got it for $5. Now this whole collection of 80s, I made sure they were all 80s except for the Ninja Turtles. The reason why is because I'm going to sell them as a lot. All of this awesome 80s movies. We got Terminator 2. I think Terminator 2 is actually not an 80s. That's actually a 90s movie. So I'm gonna have to put these two together. But the rest of these, Predator, Total Recall, RoboCop, Excalibur, Days of Thunder. What do we got here? Blade Runner, Roadhouse, Platoon. So all of these movies right here, I'm gonna put them on the lot. I got them for 50 cents each. This guy right here, this is a vintage tie. Check that out. So I gotta check the comps for that. Look at the mountains over there. Now that's a beautiful sight. So we're here at Dixon City. We're gonna head into Goodwill. I should be there in 4 minutes. Let's see if you can see the sign from here. Right there. All right, so we made it. It took about an hour and 15 minutes to arrive. We're here at Goodwill at Dixon City, and let's pray. Hopefully we're able to find some profitable items. Female shoes galore. This Goodwill had all the shoes for the females' liking. They had them in sneakers, they had them in boots, they had them in running, some yoga shoes, some high heels, some pumps, whatever you think of, they had them here. They were all pre-owned. The only ones I really got to see were the Nike ones, because that's what I know of, and Adidas. I really need to start educating myself in female shoes. I did come across these Coach. I remember that brand because I got my wife a bag of them. But I did my research on these, and these were, surprisingly, they were not worth much. Especially with that stain on the left shoe, I just let them be. Wherever I turned, there were more shoes, even female winter boots, hunting boots. I checked the comps. I thought these were Timberlands, but they were not. I remember coming across these New Balance. I think they were like gray and white ones. I thought they were going to be worth money. I think they were $6. Yeah, there you go. Those are the ones. $6. I checked the comps. They weren't that good. The inside soles weren't good either, so I just left them be. This was my farthest location to go shopping. I think I ended up paying about $3. It was the Thomas the Tank carry case and the girl costume, the cow print. I think I spent like $3 or something like that. It wasn't bad, but really, I should have, for that drive, I should have got a lot more. All right, so I walked out with the cowgirl pants and this vintage Thomas toy holder. It came out to $3.18. Not bad. Right now, I am on the expressway. I am heading to New Jersey. I'm going to go into the Goodwill outlet, the one by Hackensack, It's about 43 minutes from here, so let's go ahead and see what we can find. I am looking for some cool, vintage, unique items. Can we find some profitable items? Let's go ahead and find out. All right, we're here. Oh, there's a line, which means it hasn't opened yet. Okay. Alright, I just left the Goodwill in Hackensack. Got this all for 38 bucks. Skateboarding sneakers there, and I got some Supras over here. Not bad. This alone is going to cost about 150 right here.